everything. We're going to shift some gears into some pop culture and some fun stuff. So we will look at having Stephen Solomon on. He's going to be calling in here shortly with the Tampa Bay Comic Con update. There's a big show here, lots of movie stuff going on, and we'll have a little bit of fun with that. Bob, you been to any movies lately or anything like that? Any escape for the Back to Man?
Not recently at the theater. I did, however, watch Jack the Giant Slayer recently, and
you liked that a lot.
I really enjoyed it.
You really did. Yeah. Me not so much. Jake and I have in studio my son, Jake Jones. How are you this morning?
I'm doing all right, thank you.
He's been very, very busy preparing for his senior year. We were on a big shopping spree this weekend trying to enjoy the culmination of our vacation time, which led up to his senior pictures and getting his senior ring and all that kind of stuff. So it's been a good time in that regard. So we were able to squeeze in a quick trip to the movies. We saw Elysium. Jake, what are your thoughts on Elysium?
You guys were telling me you gave it like 3 stars. I couldn't do that much. 2.5 as the very most. The concept and the story I liked a lot, but the way they portrayed it, it wasn't really my thing. You know me. I couldn't stand how vulgar it was and that sort of thing. However, with the technology in the movies these days, visually it was stunning. They had these great shots of things going on. But honestly, I think the storyline could have been a little bit better. They could have done a better job on that.
Yeah, I made the comparison to Oblivion, which we saw earlier this year, which was the Tom Cruise one. But this is Matt Damon, the dystopia, if you will. The District 9 director presents everything has been awful on Earth. They have this sort of elitism orbiting the Earth on this little satellite called Elysium, and it's about basic class warfare and that kind of thing. As always, our contributor Mike Smith, we're able to fit him in this morning. He does a great review on that at MediaMikes.com. Check out all your movie reviews. He gave it 4 out of 5. I can't agree with Mike either. I'm kind of in the middle at about 3. But all right. Well, I believe we have Stephen with us. Stephen, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Oh, I'm so excited about next week, my friend. It's another Tampa Comic Con time. We get to, escape from all of the heaviness of the news and what's going on in our lives and just have some fun. So tell us about some of the guests that we had. Let's go down the list. We have Game of Thrones. How many Game of Thrones guests do we have this time?
Game of Thrones, we've got 3. We've got Maisie Williams, who plays Arya Stark. We've got Rory McCann, who plays the Hound. And we have Jason Momoa, who plays Khal Drogo. And
Jason Momoa, I think people really know because he was also the star in the Conan reboot, correct?
He was, yes.
Yeah. All right. And we have, as always, big fan favorites, The Walking Dead.
Oh, yeah. We've got Lauren Cohen, who actually was at her previous show, but she was such a big hit that not everybody got to meet her, so we're bringing her back for this one. And we have Chad Coleman, who plays Tyrese.
Awesome. And then we have a Hunger Games guest as well, right? We have Willow,
yeah.
Right?
We have Willow Shields, who plays Primrose Everdeen. She's the younger sister of Jennifer Lawrence's character, Katniss.
And I think only on Friday and Saturday we do have, for the younger kids, we have 2 of the Power Rangers.
Yeah, we've got the Green Ranger and the Blue Ranger from the Power Rangers Samurai edition, which I believe ran for 3 or 4 years.
That's cool.
So,
that's really cool. It is a lot of fun, folks. If you've never been, this is a great opportunity to get out, have a great time. It runs Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There's daily tickets. There's whole weekend packages. Stephen will give us those details in a minute. Tons of people dress up. You get like a ton of photo ops, and it's definitely easier to get to these folks at an event at a Tampa Comic Con than, let's say, even Orlando's MegaCon, just because of the pure volume of people. And Tampa's kind of like that nice medium-sized convention where there's a lot of stuff going on, but it's also not so ridiculously overcrowded that you can't enjoy yourself. So give us the pricing table and how they get tickets, Stephen.
Okay. Tickets are $20 for adults and free for kids 12 and under. If you want a 3-day pass, it's $45, so it ends up being $15 per day. And they can get that online if they go to the ticket section of our website. They can get them online through our ticketing agency, or they can get them at the door on convention day. And there's no difference in the price whether they're purchased online or at the door, although there is a there's a service fee for the ticketing agency if you purchase them online, but ticket prices are the same.
And there's more information on the actual website, TampaBayComicCon.com. It gives you like autograph prices, certain people's different fees that they have to charge to do the autographs, that kind of thing. Then you get a rundown for all of the actual comic book aficionados. There's a kind of an icon in the comic book industry. George Perez is going to be the guest of honor. Tell us a little bit about George.
George Perez is actually he's my single favorite artist of all time in comics. You know, he's been doing stuff since I suppose the mid '70s. He did the Avengers, and he did Teen Titans in the '80s, and he also did the JLA versus Avengers series, which is about 10 years ago. So he's an icon as far as, you know, the superhero genre goes. He puts so many characters into his works that it's really amazing to see some of the pieces he's put out in the comic book world.
Yeah, it is actually amazing to see George's work. He did. I actually got his autograph on a copy of Crisis on Infinite Earths, where it has like all of the different DC characters, and he has just an amazing attention to detail and scope in his work. And even if you're not a comic book guy, let me tell you what, you can check out the artwork at these shows, and it is amazing. There's some amazing artists here. Greg Horn does these photographic type styles, and of course there's tons of fantasy artists that are going to be here. The legendary Ken Kelly, I think, was going to come but can't, but Pablo Marcos is scheduled to be there. Mike McCone is supposed to be there. Paul Pelletier, how you say that? Did I say that right? I always say his name wrong.
Yeah, Paul Pelletier.
Yeah, just fantastic stuff. So if you get a chance to get away next weekend, get a break from everything going on, it's $20 for you. Your kids 12 and under get to go for free. Tons of photographs, autograph opportunities, and check it all out at TampaBayComicCon.com, and it'll be down at the Tampa Convention Center. That's the 23rd through the 25th. Stephen, as always, take care of yourself. I look forward to seeing you next week.
Oh, great. Yeah, thank you so much for having me on again.
Oh, absolutely. We love it. It's a great time. So, all right, Bob, what's
Well, you sound pretty excited over there.
You know what? I really do enjoy the break. People are always teasing me a little bit. How do I handle it all? Especially when you cover something as intensely as Egypt and Benghazi, like we do. It's like, how do you recharge the batteries? And that's kind of one of the things that I do. Jake, you enjoy going to the shows?
Oh yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun, especially if we bring a few people from church. As always, it is a good time to have.
The looks on their face that they've never been before is actually the best.
I know their eyes go,
really, really big,
it's
really
nuts.
kind of crazy. And we took a friend of ours that's a Star Wars aficionado, came around the corner. We hadn't even made it in the room yet. And here's this guy. He's probably about 6'5" in full Darth Vader gear, just looking at him, and he just stopped dead in his tracks. It was fantastic.
I think he was also a little afraid because,
it was Darth Vader.
I would be too.
Yeah. All right, Bob. So what's going on in your mind and in your world over there? We're having some technical difficulties on theGlobalDispatch.com as well. There's some maintenance going on and things like that. So if you're trying to click on the site, check on the stories. It's a temporary thing, I assure you. But you can check out all the different stories that we've talked about on this show and tons of stuff each and every day.
Yeah. Well, one of the headlines this week, which I have to. It's hard to believe that I actually agree with Eric Holder, but. He did give a speech to the American Bar Association, and he said that mandatory minimum sentences for small-time drug offenders are going to be a thing of the past, and I'm totally in line with Eric Holder on that one.
And I think that many folks have asked my opinion on this, and one of the things that I think we need to move towards, especially because I think there needs to be such a strong emphasis on balancing our budget, not passing on debt to our children, is focusing on violent crime. We need to jail people for violent crime. We need to focus on appropriate prison time for people that are dangers to society. Now, I'm not saying drug dealers and stuff are not a danger at all. I'm just trying to say that we need to revisit how we sentence and how we deal with those types of folks.
Yeah.
The other stuff that was interesting this week was how much the media finally has to deal with the NSA. I don't know if you...
I'm not up on that at all.
Well, there's a little bit more news that came out. Okay. Again, they've, quote, broken the rules like 1,000 times. Well, you and I both know they've broken the rules probably tens of thousands of times. But it's funny how they ignored this issue for like 10 years. Nobody's talked about it until Mr. Snowden. And yet he's still sort of this back and forth if he's a whistleblower or a leaker. Is he a traitor or is he a hero? And yet at the end of the day, it doesn't make a difference. They're still going to do the program. Listen to these shows, folks, and listen to the tone and the attitude. There's very rarely a discussion of whether we should be doing the program or not. It's just analysis of what they're doing. Well, folks, Snowden didn't tell us anything we didn't already know. Go back. He's not the first one. There's 5, 6 other people that have left the NSA, have come forward. Diane Rourke is everywhere. Bill Benny, some of the others. And they talk about how they basically just get a copy of every single phone call, email, digital thing you do, all your GPS records, everything goes into these databases. And with the push of a button, they can find out everything they want to know. I just thought it was interesting to see if you had noticed any tones at work or anything like that in your travels. People even mention the NSA thing to you?
What's the NSA?
Oh.
I mean, that's really how it is, you know. I mean, and I think most people, they're just, and you know, and I get this. Most people are just really involved in their own lives, and they don't have time to keep up on all this stuff, you know. And that's I think that's a service that we're trying to provide to make it more digestible. But you can talk to 9 out of 10 people, and they're not even going to know.
Jake, are you okay with the NSA listening to your phone calls and knowing what you're texting your girlfriend?
I find it very odd.
Odd?
Yeah.
You don't think it's okay that NSA agent Jerry is on the other Linda going, hey, listen to what Morgan and Jacob were talking about here.
Yeah, it's really weird because that would be like, you know, I call you in the middle of Mom and I can listen to what you're always saying. It's like, I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm not databasing all your stuff.
And again, folks, I'm not saying that they're listening to every single one, but they do, and they can. And we do have a case that dated back to 2005, 2008, where we had an NSA agent that come forward that they were listening to international phone calls from soldiers calling home, having intimate conversations with their spouses at home, and they're joking around with each other. Hey, listen to this one. Hey, listen to that one. So we know the infractions have occurred. What's weird is that even though it's public now, the conversations still aren't shifting towards should we do it or not.
Yeah, you know, and part of the problem is, and I'm not sure if this was Glenn Beck or somebody like that who said it. If they listen to all your phone calls, look at all your emails, some way taking all this information, if nothing else, they can manufacture you doing something wrong.
Absolutely. Out of context.
Yeah,
and actually,
that's what I'm saying.
And the laws are so complicated. Someone's always doing something wrong. I mean, there's no doubt about it that you dig deep in us. And it's not even based on intent. It's just human error. Many times. Yeah. How many laws do we break? We don't even know that's the law in that particular city or town. They have an ordinance or something that we don't even know about. And the police don't enforce it because it's something very localized with a very specific purpose. But taken out of context, it can mean something else.
Yeah, this to me is a lot more serious than most people let on because, I mean, I hate to put a ranking on the amendments, the Bill of Rights, but the Fourth Amendment is one of the most important ones. And when they start trampling on that things are getting bad.
Well, and I'll take the challenge. I'm waiting to find someone that I don't know very well that wants me to just go on my computer, what I'm able to get to, and build a little file on you. So if you want me to, I'll find out everything I can about you, and I'll show you how public your life is, and that's just with the access that we have in the kind of circles that we are, let alone someone who has the access like the NSA. So with that, one last weird story. We didn't really put it up on our site. There wasn't anything to say. It's just a photo for the most part. Did you see the not-so lion in China?
I saw it on TV.
It's a dog.
It's a dog, yeah.
It's a dog. Bro,
well done.
I don't know how things are in China, but maybe they're not as good as we thought when they were trying to pass off the Shar-Pei Chow mix thing as a lion.
I can't even keep a straight face. I looked at it, I'm like, what's wrong with that thing?
Folks, have a blessed week. Follow us on theglobaldispatch.com. Join us next Saturday. We'll be doing it all again, having a good time with some great guests. Take care.